How? Oh. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. How y'all doing? Today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a product by the brand of ProFusion. Again, I know. ProFusion is actually one of the brands that I discovered a couple months ago. I tried a couple of their palettes, so I've used some of their powder products, some of their cream products, and let me tell you guys, this brand is super bomb. I feel like a super affordable brand that just, you know, their products are pretty good quality. If you're in the market for like a more affordable type of palette, you can definitely find that from this brand. Today we're gonna be reviewing this product right here, which, I mean, look at the packaging. Girl. I mean, I'm just looking at it on camera and it looks fucking bomb. I feel like it looks so pretty to just look at, you know, like I could stare at this for a minute and I feel like it would just kind of calm me down. Is that weird? Sorry, I'm a weird child, okay? I'm gonna tell you guys all the pros and cons about this palette, whether I think it's affordable. I mean, it's affordable. Whether or not I think it's like worth you spending those bucks on it, or whether you should just save up and get a better quality product. I will tell you all about that in today's video. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried any of the products, you know, by ProFusion. What do you think about them? Do you think they're good quality? Do you not like them? That type of thing. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel right here so you can be part of my channel, and yeah, we can just be friends, you know? We can be friends. But yeah guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Let's talk about it. Alrighty guys, so as I said, this is the packaging. Actually, the packaging is pretty large considering it's like the size of my head. Do you guys see that? Whew! As soon as I saw it, I mean, obviously this caught my attention. I was just like, you're pretty. Can I look at you? It said contour palette. It says complete contouring palette by ProFusion. At the back, it just says, you know, all the warnings, the ingredients. It says that it's not tested on animals, and it just basically gives you all the info from them. You know what I mean? I paid $9.99 for this product. You guys can see, hopefully right there. I think the price is pretty good for like this product. It's definitely more of an affordable product that you can definitely like rely on. It's not one of those products that is gonna be like affordable and you're gonna be like, why did I even spend 10 bucks on that palette, you know? This is what the inside looks like. It has three contour powders and then one like matte highlighting kind of powder. These powders feel super nice, and they feel really nice and buttery. They don't feel chalky or anything like that, which I feel like their formulas are known for that. Like, they don't feel chalky. I have used a couple of their palettes. Actually, I have them back there because I use them today. But their palettes, like the eyeshadows, the powder formulas, I feel like they're pretty consistent. There's a few of them like that are a little bit more chalky and whatnot, but for the most part, they're all so good. So that's another reason why I got this one, because I know that the products are really good quality for the price. This part is the same as this on the front, so there's no mirror on this palette. The palette itself feels like it's kind of heavy, but it's kind of like cheapy, you know? Like, you can definitely tell that it's a more affordable type of product. It's not like, for example, me carrying the Fenty highlighter. Like, you can definitely see the difference. It's a little bit difficult to open also. That's another thing that I don't like. I don't know what it is with products nowadays, making their stuff hard to open. Like, why you gotta do that? Like, I'm just trying to get in there and put my makeup on, you know? Today, I'm the queen of rambles, like, for real, damn. But okay, let's talk about the actual powders, because you do have 3 shades that I feel like would work on most people. Obviously, I feel like for my girls or boys out there that are darker in complexion, this is not gonna work for you. Unfortunately, I don't know what it is about brands, but like, you need to step it up and get some darker colors in here, up in this bitch, you know what I mean? These are the shades that I've been using non-stop. This one is way too light for me, but if you are like a light skin, like very pale skin type of girl, this is gonna work wonderful for you. I love the undertone in this powders. It just has the perfect kind of that coolness, but kind of warmness to it at the same time. I feel like this is super comparable to the Hoola Benefit bronzer. This one right here and this one. Like, I just feel like they're both very, very similar to it. Actually, on camera, I feel like it's coming out a little bit lighter than it is like in person. Yeah, they just have like the perfect undertone to contour or bronze, whatever kind of look you know it is that you're going for. Then you have your kind of like banana kind of shade, which I've been using a lot as well to highlight underneath the eye. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this palette because honestly, I think for the price, it's super, super, super good quality. If you're looking for a palette out there and you're kind of like, man, I don't want to have to like splurge or spend my entire paycheck on a freaking contour palette to make my cheekbones look like nice and cut, or like, you know, that type of thing, then definitely check this one out. These are usually the brushes that I use for like my bronzers and contour powders. So this one is the Moda Pro BMX 130 pointed blush brush. This is actually supposed to be a blush brush, or that's what they designed it for, but I just think it's too big for my cheeks. Like, if I applied blush with this, I don't know how I'd be looking. This is super, super wonderful for bronzer. I feel like I can just pick up a nice amount of powder on the brush and then just kind of pat it onto my actual face. The powders have a super, super nice pigmentation to them where you can build them up. I've said it before many times, and I actually said it about that I think Eyes palette that had the bronzer as well. Their formula is super, super buttery. I feel like it's super nice pigmentation, but you can build it up. So for example, I will go ahead and, you know, apply a little bit, and it's not gonna look patchy. It's not gonna be like super, super pigmented on my face. It's gonna be a powder that I can just work with, you know. I think it's super important to have a bronzer that you can work with and build up as you go. Even if I go in with this dark one, like, you can just see right now as I'm applying it, it's a super, super beautiful color. It's like not too orange, it's not too ashy, it's like kind of like right in between. It just blends like butter. Like, it just blends super, super nicely into the skin. It doesn't feel heavy like on the skin, because there's some powders that can feel like super, super heavy, but this one doesn't, even if you build it up. So that's the one that I've been using for like bronzer. There you guys can see it right here. It's nice and pigmented on the finger, but once you go in onto the face, it's like super nice. And the formula is a super blendable formula that it just works super bomb. For contour is when I go in with this Morphe brush. This one actually doesn't even have a number or anything, but it's just an angled brush basically. And this is the color that I use for contour. Usually I go into these two just because, I don't know, I want to use this one because I'm like, well, I'm not gonna use that one, like what? So I just go into both of them really, and they work super, super well. This one and this one together as a contour just make a super, like, I'll show you guys right now, a super cut, like, cheekbone type of contour. Again, the formula is super, super nice and buttery. It's super nice and blendable. I feel like anybody out there, if you're just starting with makeup and, you know, you don't really know how to blend powders onto your face or that type of thing, you won't like be discouraged with this palette. Instead, it's gonna be like easy to use. And I feel like that's like the most important thing with, you know, any kind of palette out there. I feel like sometimes you find palettes that they're just not easy to work with, and I feel like you get discouraged from using them because you're just like afraid that you're gonna fuck up your entire face, you know. This one, you won't do that. It's just super, super nice, and you guys can see that it just makes a hell of a difference because you have like this super nice shadow underneath your cheekbone, you know. And then of course this one is just your classic banana shade that I feel like every contour palette should have, because once you apply all the bronzers and whatnot, you definitely want to go in with some type of banana shade onto the face just to brighten things up. This is not the brush that I use for that, it's somewhere over there, but like you get the idea. I usually use this to highlight underneath the eyes, and it definitely highlights a little bit, but it's not a chalky powder.
I'm so low now because I was on my leg before, but now I'm not.
But yeah, these powders are such good quality for the price that you're paying. Like, I'm like... Another thing, I mentioned this about their other palette, the face palette, the gold one, that I did a review on. The powders smell so good. These ones smell too, but they have a different kind of scent. I feel like they smell kind of like minty sweet. Do you guys know what I mean? Like, they smell really good. I'll show you guys a swatch of the banana shade. Same thing, it feels super, super nice and buttery. And it just truly highlights the face in a very nice way. Like, and it doesn't look heavy underneath the eyes. I feel like I can apply like layers and layers and layers of this powder, and it doesn't look heavy. Like, it just looks right underneath the eye. It doesn't look like, you know, wrinkly underneath there. It just looks good, and I'm like super impressed with it, you know? But yeah, guys, those are my thoughts. It actually came with a brush I threw out. It's like, I don't even know why they even bothered to put that brush in there. Like, you could have put another color in there, like a darker color than this one, you know what I mean, for my dark skinned people out there. No, instead you put this brush that everybody just throws out. Nobody uses that. Like, don't use it. I tried to use it, and trust me, it was a muddy mess. Like, it was just horrible. It was like I had this line right here that didn't look blended. It just looked like caca on my face, and I did not like that. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this palette. I highly, highly recommend for you to check this out if you're looking for an affordable contour palette, something that works, something that's blendable, pigmented, buttery. I don't know what this is, but like, yeah, definitely check this out. I will link it down below so you guys can, you know, buy it if you guys are in the market for. This is so big, I feel like I'm just like hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what I should review next, and other than that, don't forget to click that subscribe button, give it a like, click the bell, you know what to do. I love y'all. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. The bronzers that I've been using mainly to use this palette are these two. These are usually the powders, I mean, on that I